standing by at the Montparnasse station here in Paris. Yena, authorities wanted to limit traffic during rush hour. What measures are being put in place to do that?
Well, Delano, there are four main things. First of all, the Paris metro network has printed and stuck a million stickers on trains and stations across its network, stickers that remind users to respect social distancing, staying 1 meter at least away from each other, and stickers that have been put on chairs that are deemed too close to each other, reminding people not to sit there. There's also been hand sanitizer distribution. The network is promising that there will be 1,000 across the city by the end of the month of June. New messages on the PA system as well, recorded messages reminding users once again to respect those social distancing measures. You might be able to hear some of those messages coming up behind me. And of course, as you've mentioned, masks have become mandatory. And from what I've been seeing here at Montparnasse station, the vast majority of people here have been adhering to that and wearing face masks, covering their faces before entering the station.
Yena, authorities want people to social distance. You mentioned that, there are stickers being put in place between seats. But from what we know, social distancing is a luxury. Not everyone has the luxury to get on certain train lines where there are less people. Are people really able to social distance on trains?
Well, that is the big question here in Paris. It is also one of Europe's busiest underground networks. Government rules say that people should stand 1 meter apart, but this would mean that trains could only be filled up to 15 or 20% capacity and no more. And there's no hard and fast rule to make that happen. It would be particularly difficult during rush hour. It's why these permission slips are in fact still in use for those time zones. So between 6:30 and 9:30 a.m. and between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. during the rush hours, anyone who would take public transport in the capital city will be required to have a signed permission slip from their employer. It's a way to make sure that only those people who have no other choice but to take public transport are on transportation at those times. The only way they're going to make social distancing work in these times on public transport is if only people who have no other choice use it, and if employers adopt new, more flexible working hours so that their staff can avoid peak times. We'll have to see over the next few days if this is working.
We'll see what happens. Yena, thank you very much for that. Yena Lee reporting there from Montparnasse.